Hello everyone, welcome to my GMB channel. Tears, pressure, and pastry. Nigella Lawson reveals why joining Bake Off was so emotional. When Nigella Lawson first stepped into the famous Great British Bake Off tent, it wasn't just the smell of sugar and warm pastry that filled the air. It was emotion. Heavy, unexpected, and deeply personal emotion. For viewers, it may look like a seamless transition, a beloved food icon joining one of Britain's most cherished TV institutions. But behind the calm smile and reassuring voice was a moment Nigella admits almost overwhelmed her. Speaking openly, Nigella revealed that saying yes to Bake Off wasn't an easy or impulsive decision. In fact, it came with sleepless nights, quiet self-doubt, and a deep awareness of just how much the show means to millions. Bake Off isn't just television, it's comfort, tradition, and for many families, a weekly ritual tied to memories of loved ones no longer around. Stepping into that world meant stepping into people's hearts. Nigella has spent decades in the public eye, but she confessed that this role felt different, heavier, more exposed. "I felt the weight of it the moment I walked in," she admitted. The tent, usually a place of warmth and laughter, suddenly carried the echoes of past judges, iconic moments, and the expectations of viewers who are fiercely protective of the show. For the first time in years, Nigella said she felt genuinely nervous, not about being judged herself, but about letting others down. What made it even more emotional was the timing. Nigella reflected on how Bake Off has always represented kindness and gentleness in a world that often feels rushed and harsh. Joining during a period when viewers crave reassurance made her feel a profound sense of responsibility. People turn to this show when they need comfort. That's not something you take lightly. Behind the scenes, there were quiet moments where emotion caught her by surprise. Standing alone in the tent before filming began, Nigella described feeling a sudden lump in her throat. She thought about her own journey, the personal losses, the public scrutiny, the resilience it took to keep going. Food, she said, has always been her language of love and survival. To bring that into Bake Off felt almost like baring her soul. Nigella also spoke about the pressure of comparison. Fans have strong attachments to former judges, and she was acutely aware that some viewers would be skeptical. Rather than trying to replace anyone, she focused on being herself, empathetic, honest, and emotionally present. "I didn't want to perform, I wanted to feel." That vulnerability, she believes, is what Bake Off is really about. Her connection with the contestants became the emotional anchor she didn't expect. Watching amateur bakers pour their hearts into recipes inspired by family, grief, joy, and hope struck a deep chord. Nigella admitted there were moments she had to look away, fighting tears as contestants spoke about baking through illness, loss, or life-changing events. "Food carries stories," she said softly, and suddenly, I was holding so many of them. Viewers of This Morning were visibly moved as Nigella shared these reflections. Social media quickly filled with messages of support, with fans praising her honesty and warmth. Many admitted they hadn't realized how emotional the transition would be, not just for her, but for them. One viewer wrote, "Hearing Nigella talk about the pressure made me cry. She understands why this show matters." Despite the nerves and tears, Nigella says the experience has been quietly healing. Being surrounded by creativity, kindness, and shared passion reminded her why she fell in love with food in the first place. In the tent, judgment is balanced with compassion, and mistakes are met with encouragement, a philosophy she says mirrors how she now tries to live her life. As filming continued, the fear slowly softened into gratitude. Nigella described moments of laughter, shared glances over failed sponges, and the simple joy of watching someone succeed against their own expectations. It's emotional because it's human, and I think that's why people keep watching. For fans, Nigella Lawson joining Bake Off isn't just a casting change, it's a reminder that even icons feel pressure, fear, and doubt. And perhaps that's why her presence feels so right. In a tent built on butter, flour, and heart, Nigella brings not just expertise, but empathy. Tears, pressure, and pastry may seem like an unlikely combination, but in true bake-off fashion, they come together to create something unexpectedly beautiful.